Think we're good? Makes absolutely no sense.
It's showing muted on here, is it not showing mute? I'm guessing we have a few screens over, okay, then we should be fine. We have the recorders if something's wrong, and so
Okay,
can
what if your purpose not approved?
raise our hand. Alright, good afternoon and welcome to the Board of Harbor Commissioners for Portland Harbor, public hearing for April 9th. Harbor Master, if you can please call the roll.
Commissioner Carter,
Here.
Commissioner Henshaw,
Here.
Commissioner Von Vogt,
Here.
Commissioner Wilson,
Here.
Commissioner Cummings is absent.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and get started. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from our last public hearing on March 12th. Seconded by Commissioner Wilson. All in favor? Minutes are approved. And moving on to our first item of business, approval of a marine construction permit for Liberty Ship Marine Construction.
Hello again. Again, I'm Gordon Armstrong with Tech Associates. I'm representing the South Portland Housing Authority, who put in the application for the Brownfields project, which includes the shoreline stabilization and float system relocation, which is what is in this application to you all.
Perfect, and I know that you did a presentation at the workshop, can you do just a quick one? I know we have some other people in the room, just.
Sure. I printed out a couple photos for you guys to look at of previous and the existing condition now. So the first two are what it looked like previously, and the next two are the projects in construction. So the system that we're having permitted is replacing a rubble-filled timber crib. It was part of the shipyard that built ships during World War II. The site was tested by the owner, and it was found to have a variety of unwanted chemicals, and it's identified as a brownfield. So the project is funded through the federal brownfields program. And this component is shoreline stabilization, which is a riprap slope, which extends from approximately -5 mean lower low water up to elevation 16 mean lower low water, with additional grading behind that, where that riprap slope is part of the brownfields cap, which keeps those contaminated soils where they are and prevents the mobilization of those contaminated soils from the site into the Fort River. The other component of the project is moving the float system from its original location to the center of the property.
Perfect, thank you. Again, I don't have any new questions since our workshop. Does any of the commissioners have any questions before I open it up for public comment?
I don't have any further questions.
Okay, with that, then I'll go ahead and open it up for any public comment on this permit. Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close public comment. I know I already asked for any of the commissioners had any questions, but are there any commissioners discussion or comments, or Harbor Master, if you have any?
None for me.
Perfect, seeing none. I guess we need to actually make a motion. So I move to approve the marine construction permit.
Second.
All in favor? Permit passes. I'll sign this in a second, but I'll go ahead and get started on the next item of business, and then I'll get the signature on this for you.
Okay, and we still need to pay the fee.
Yes.
So I'll be in touch with you probably next week, and we'll.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All set. Great.
Very much.
All right, and going on to the second item of business, a marine construction permit for Two Bay Road in South Portland.
All right, good afternoon, Mike Morse from Archipelago here in Portland. Here on behalf of Sam and Norma Fertoni, who reside at Two Bay Road in South Portland. As they discussed at the last meeting, the workshop, the property was subjected, the shoreline of the property was subjected to a fair amount of damage as a result of some of the large coastal storms we had back in December 2023 and particularly January 2024 that resulted in a fair amount of shoreline erosion of the property. And so the project before you proposes to stabilize the shoreline along the waterfront there. Relevant to the Harbor Commission, approximately 46 linear feet of riprap will be placed, totaling of about 260 square feet of riprap below the highest highest astronomical tide line. And this is in an area that's not normally, I can't imagine would ever be used for navigational purposes. It's a rocky outcrop, and it's within a cove area, and it would be very difficult, I would imagine, to navigate through without destroying your boat motor. You won't see me motoring through there. So that's really the project in a nutshell. So about 260 square feet of shoreline stabilization below the hat line. So happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, I don't have any new questions from the workshop.
Nope.
Okay. And seeing no questions from the commission, I'll go ahead and open it up for any public comment. Seeing no public comment, I'll go ahead and close public comment. Any commissioners or harbor master discussion on this item?
Not for me.
Okay, seeing none and realizing that I again forgot to do a motion, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the marine construction permit for Two Bay Road.
Second.
And all in favor? So passes.
Thank you. Be happy to stick around for another hour and talk about shoreline stabilization. if you'd like. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm working on this thing around for executive session.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. And with that, we'll move on to our next item of business, which is an executive session, so I'll go ahead and make a motion to enter into executive session, pursuant to 1 MRS 506, for the Board of Harbor Commissioners for Portland Harbor to discuss, Deputy Harbor Master contract renewals.
Thank you.
Thank you. So before you end, we should do the vote, so I made a motion. Seconded. All in favor of entering executive session? Vote is unanimous and we are in executive session.